What's up, YouTube? I'm here on NQ. Today is March 6th, and I feel like my bias today is overall bearish. As you can see, price inverse these two 1 hour bullish gaps over here. And price overall just looks bearish. As you can see, we've been dumping. And for some reason, I noticed that as of lately, there's always been a big London session move. This 3 a.m. candle has been big as of lately since like March, so that's kind of strange. But I just have some liquidity marked up here. As you can see, these are two daily lows I have marked up. And on Forex Factory, we do have 7:30, a lot of 7:30 news. It was NFP today, and we have a news high right here. So maybe we might come up to that. But I think we're only going to come up to that news high if we sweep out this daily low over here that's inside of this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, because I don't really see price coming up right now. I wouldn't say we're delivering out of any higher time frame fair value gap, except for maybe the 4 hour, but that's gonna close at 9. Okay, so 8:30 open New York. It's not really doing too much right now. We did form a high, but we ended up taking that out. And on the 5 minute, we had a big push down, so I drew, like, I would say not the Fibonacci, but the premium discount. And I would want us to hit the 50% before we go back down. And at the 50% is a volume imbalance on the 5 minute. It's kind of tiny though. And I would want us to go down so we could hit these relative equal lows right here on the 15 minute that we just made. There's a low over here, and we came close to hitting it, and it looks like price is about to hit it right now. But there is no gap over here that I would feel comfortable taking. The only one is maybe this 1 minute right here, but the risk to reward, okay, yeah, never mind, it's invalid now. Alright, and let's see what price does, if we're gonna keep going up or if we're gonna dump past these relative equal lows. Okay, so I'm in this trade right here. It had pretty nice momentum. It's a buy, even though we are bearish. It kind of looked good because we just swept out those relative equal lows, and it's a nice V shape. I'm gonna set the break even right here, and I'm gonna hold for this 5 minute volume imbalance right here. Yeah, I don't think price is gonna run too far because we are bearish, and March has just been kind of weird. Okay, so I'm setting the break even here, and price has just been chopping up after my entry, so it's probably gonna be a break even. Yeah, that was break even. I knew it was gonna be break even because of how much price was just chopping up. And yeah, price just really didn't want to go up from right there. But I felt like this was a good trade because we tapped into this, we took out this 15-minute low, and we tapped into a unfilled 1 hour gap right here. And that 1 hour gap is the last gap of the leg. So I felt like that was a pretty good setup, but overall price is just bearish. So it had a hard time going up. Okay, so price just inverse this 1 minute gap right here with some heavy momentum. And as you can see, we're pushing up now. And we just tapped into that 5 minute volume imbalance, which was also the 50% level that I showed earlier. So I'm expecting a good short now. But as you can see, price held perfectly on this on the fair value gap, so that's not exactly a bearish sign, I would say. And also on the 4 hour, price just rejected off of this 4 hour BPR right here. And also on the 4 hour, I just seen that price rejected off of this 4 hour BPR right here. So that's also a bullish sign. The only bullish gap that I see that could take us up are these 5 minutes right here. But there are also two 15-minute gaps that we have to get past and a 1 hour gap. So I'm not really sure if that's a good setup. And our bias is bearish, so I'm not willing to take the risk. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a nice short right here. Okay, so price just came up, tapped into this, filled this 5 minute volume imbalance, and then hit the 50% of this big push down. Now we're going to get a nice short right here on the 2 minute. Okay, we just got it right there, and I'm gonna have a hard stop right above the gap, because if price goes back up there, then this is definitely gonna be a loss. I'm gonna set the break even right here, and I think on this setup, I'm just gonna hold for a random 1-to-1, because the liquidity we have to the downside is kind of far, and I don't really know if price is gonna hit that today. But this does look like a nice V shape, so let's see if we can get it. Okay, so I think this 2 minute loss because our bias flipped and we were targeting for break even. We were targeting a low that took out another wick, or a wick that took out another wick, and also price tapped into this 4 hour BPR like I said earlier. And yeah, so our bias flipped today, and London session did push down, so New York wanted to reverse that. And after we got stopped out, price gave this bullish setup right here. And I didn't take it, but I'm just going to see how it plays out. This might actually hit news high up here. Okay, so this buy down here off of these two bearish 1 minute gaps worked out quite nicely without going back to break even. But it hasn't quite hit news high yet. And as you can see, price is getting a nice little pullback right here. So maybe we could catch a short move to news high. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys if we could get something. Okay, so I'm looking to take this 3 minute right here on the a 3 minute buy, but it's looking like it might be invalid. Okay, so instead of taking that 3 minute, I'm gonna take this 1 minute right here because at 3 minute the risk to reward wouldn't be that good. And let me see if this 1 minute is gonna close. Okay, so I'm in on this 1 minute and I'm gonna have to hold for like a random 1-to-1. So this is where I'm supposed to set the break even, but I'm not actually gonna set the break even since we have a news high above, and I feel pretty confident that price is gonna hit it. So I'm just gonna accept the risk of not setting the break even, and let's see what happens. Okay, so price just closed beneath the entry gap, and that's my stop out right there. I don't know in what world where this news high doesn't get hit right here, but that's the risk I took with not setting the break even, so it's all good. So yes, it's a rough day for me. I took 3 trades. One of them was break even, the other 2 were losses. This 50K account, let me see where it's at right now. Minus 448. I'm just gonna consider this account blown because it's $100 away from stopping out or from, getting blown. But we still have another 50K account. It's a fresh 50K account. And I'm going to be trading on that fresh 50K since this account is done for now. But I understand why this trade right here lost, a 2 minute short that I took. I get why that lost because of there is no liquidity above and the only targets we were targeting were wicks that took out other wicks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys on the next one.